Just want to do a gear review today about the Maxpedition Thermite Versipack. It's a different kind of packing concept, something you don't see every day. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up about the After the Collapse series. It is still a work in progress. Unfortunately, my time has been put aside for family and work obligations, so I haven't had as much time as I thought to get it out when I wanted to, but it will be out in the next couple weeks. So in the interim, I will be doing gear review videos and other concept and general discussion videos. Just want to do a gear review today about the Maxpedition Thermite Versipack. This is a very well-reviewed, well-researched pack which has been around for probably 12 years now. So I don't really want to reinvent the wheel too much for this video. I just thought I would show this thing off for people who haven't heard about it before. It's a different kind of packing concept, something you don't see every day. And as the name implies, the Versipack is very versatile. So you can carry it in a variety of different configurations, which I'll demonstrate here in the background. I've had this for several years, and I was inspired by a video done recently by Living Survival. He was talking about another pack system which is similar to this, and I'll post a link to that video here. And basically, this is kind of the original one of those. And I did like the one that he demonstrated because I did think that it had a bit more versatility to it, ironically, even though this is called the Versipack. But this is a good kit, and I've been using it more recently because I'm doing these videos, you know, I always have to have my camera on me, so my personal use for it would be for photography purposes. I can hold my Gorilla tripod and my camera in here, so it's readily accessible because you never know when you're going to want to take that shot. And it's nice because it really stays close to the body. You can run with it. You don't have to worry about it bouncing around and, you know, kind of getting in the way. It's depending on how you wear it. I usually wear it right out to the side, pretty much at 90 degrees perpendicular to my front of my body. So some people wear it in front, but I find that that kind of impedes your range of motion with your legs, so I wear it off to the side. And a really great pack for that, you know, if you want to just carry the bare essentials and have it on you all the time, something that you don't necessarily have to drop, that's not going to impede your ability to run fast or maneuver around. It's not going to impede your agility at all. If it might a little bit, because there will be this bulge protruding off the side of your body, but for the most part, compared to a backpack or other Maxpedition type over-the-shoulder systems, this one is not going to get in the way too much of what you're doing. So like I said, it can be worn in three ways. It can be worn as a hip pack, which attaches to the leg, so it stabilizes it there so it's not going to bounce around. Can be worn just over the shoulder like a man purse, or as we call up here in Canada, a merce. Can also be worn over the shoulder, kind of as a backpack. So lots of different ways to wear it, and it's not going to conflict with wearing a backpack. So you can have your backpack if you want. You can have your survival kit in here, or your bare essentials stuff in here. Personally, I've never really used it so much for that. I have used it for hiking in the mountains, you know, just for my quick access gear, but for me it would be a bit too cumbersome to have to carry around a large, just-in-case survival kit, you know, like this size on the side of my person. But you could use it for that if you really wanted to, if you were in a situation which might require you to do something like that. So I'm not really going to go into too much about, you know, what's in here. You know, I just put a few things in here to demonstrate what you could use these sheaths for. So I've got a binocular in there. Probably could put a flashlight in there, of course, and just a good old Leatherman. You know, the sky's the limit. You know, it's up to you as to what you want to stuff in there, of course. just quickly show you what it's all about. It really is like a mini backpack, because you have this drawstring here, and you're gonna have to pardon me because I'm not really much of a gear reviewer, so I don't really know all the jargon and the nomenclature that they use. So I just got my camera in there. This is my new Nikon, I can't remember what it's called, but it's got 34 times optical zoom. It's incredible. You can zoom in on the moon with this thing. I'm going to post a video of that here, and it'll show you all the details of the moon. It's just, it's far out. And what do I got here? This is just my memory cards, my Doomsday library. And so there is a few little pockets in there. You know, Maxpedition, little pockets within pockets everywhere. And there's, of course, a little useless pocket here that you might be able to use for a compass or extra phone battery. That's what I usually put in there. It's perfect for a phone battery. But, of course, only if you're privy to Android and Samsung. And you know what I heard on the new Samsung phones, they're not allowing people to take the back off anymore. It's going to be like an iPhone, so no longer can you do external SD card storage or removable batteries. So epic fail for Samsung. They're going to lose a lot of customers because of that. Anyways, I totally went off topic. So there's this big pocket in the back here with the the oversized YKK zipper. And the reason why I say it's a little awkward, because there really isn't a lot of space in here. Like, there's probably enough space. It is flat, so I can barely fit my hand down there. Probably would be enough space for a small pistol for all of you people who are privy to concealed carry in the United States. In Canada, that's not an option, of course, but, well, it is an option, but it would be illegal. And it's actually very quick to convert it to a leg pouch. You just put this thing over here, and then that's there, and then that would wrap around your legs. Actually, that's backwards right now, but you get the idea. So it's not hard to change the wearing configuration. So nice little pack. My only problem with it is that this drawstring can basically puff out to, you know, up to here, but they only give you enough loop here to bring it up to that height. So, you know, you can't really overstuff it. Don't really allow for that, which is kind of stupid, because you have this big ass drawstring here, which should, you know, take you up to about 10 inches, but thing only closes down to about 8. So I don't know, I just thought that was kind of stupid that they wouldn't extend this a little bit. There really is. You'd have to sew on a new one or sew on a extension or something like that in the front pocket, you know, yada yada yada. But it really is a great system to use, you know, if you're out there taking pictures, or if you're out there on a day hike and you don't want to carry the whole backpack out, the kitchen sink. And probably really cool for you minimalist bushcraft guys who are into just carrying the bare bones, you know, and wanting to be free to move around. This is probably as close as you're going to get to that. It is fairly well designed. Like I said, it is about 12 years old, so what I think they could do with this concept is probably widen it just a bit and make it conform to the contours of your leg a bit more, so it's a bit more ergonomic. I think the technology is there nowadays for them to do something like that, and the system is definitely due for an upgrade. Perhaps less depth and a bit more breadth. You know, there's a lot of things they could do with it to make it a bit more ergonomic and comfortable. But as is, it's going to last forever, of course. It's Maxpedition. Like I say, I don't know all the fancy gear spec. I'm not a gear review guy. If you're into gear reviews and stuff, check out Living Survival or The Prepared Mind or The Urban Prepper for those types of gear reviews. Like I said, with respect to the After the Collapse series, It will be coming out as soon as possible. I do have 3 kids and another one on the way. So, it's very challenging, and I do work full time. So it might not seem like these videos take up a lot of time to make, but they actually take an incredible amount of time. So, and as I raise my quality of production, it takes even more and more time. But I do enjoy doing it, and if it's going to help inspire somebody to get a little knowledge, learn about something new, then that's great. So I just thought I'd share this piece of gear with you and let you know that it's out there, and that it works for me. I've had great experiences with it, and I might even start using it as an EDC, over the shoulder carry of sorts, a man purse. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.